Listen, baby, we live in Sydney, Australia, you feel me? Yeah. Hey, how do you pronounce that shit again?
This here is Givenchy, $900 jeans, homie. All these girls be raunchy, like let me see your peen, homie. She trying to cause a scene, but I'm in Paris with my team, walking slow like I'm on lean. Then my nigga jewelry looks so clean.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do volume 2, because that's 4, of Ballin. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing volume 2 of Ballin On A Budget. I found some other products that I'm really excited to share with you guys, and I'm trying not to do too many at once in a video because I like to kind of blab on and kind of explain, you know, why, you know, this is just more, you know, not only wallet friendly, but, you know, in the end it is a good investment, especially, you know, if you don't want to spend so much on one thing. And, you know, sometimes when you go for the cheaper price, you're like, oh, but maybe if it's more expensive, it's better. Not always. So first product that I actually want to start off with is one that I've been so excited about to get because I have been in love, like so many girls have been in love with that Celine bag, and I'll post a picture, you know, like right here, real big, specifically that black one. They have it in so many different colors now. That bag is about $1,000 something. It's a lot. I'll put, you know, the exact amount right here, and it's like, I have rent to pay. So no, I cannot afford that purse right now. And even maybe if I could, I probably would, you know, if I could, you know. So hey, if you can do it, go for it. But at the moment right now, I cannot afford that purse. I don't know how many people, you know, can afford that purse, you know, but you want that purse so much, and I want to somehow get that purse in my life. A great alternative to that purse, as opposed to spending $1,000 and actually becoming homeless by having the best looking purse on earth, is actually one from DailyLook. And it's this one right here. As you can see, the sides kind of pop out. So I got it in the black, and it comes with this awesome leather strap as well, which I really like. And actually I'm going to put a nicer version of the picture so you can see it. They look pretty identical. Of course it's not going to say Celine on there, it's not going to say all that stuff, and you know what, I can live without that. I just want the way that bag looks because it does look beautiful. And as opposed to spending about $1,000, this was only $75. Now originally, when you're like $75, okay, the other one's $1,000, and you know, I'm gonna pay a little bit more also because it is gonna be a little bit better quality than say I paid like $20–30 for a bag. So I can justify that after seeing the price of that $1,000 bag. So they have them on DailyLook, and for the longest they were sold out on DailyLook, especially when that Celine bag came on. Everybody was hyping over that, but now they're back. They have it in black, they have it in beige, they have it in red, they have it in pink. I'll link it down below. I'll link the actual purse down below. So they have that one. It's pretty big, but I like that it has a strap and I could just carry it to work, not having to do anything. Or they have an even smaller version, you know, for those of you who don't want something so big. But I like big bags. Also, in general, I feel like I should get smaller bags so I don't add so much stuff in there, because you know, when you're carrying your bag and your arm hurts, you're like, what the hell do I have in this bag? And honestly, you don't even know what the hell you have in the bag. So that's $75. Another place that you can also find a bag similar to it is actually Baginc, and I'll link, you know, that link down below and the bag that I found there. On Baginc, they have the medium version and a large version. For there, the medium is $109 and the large is like $129. So I don't know if the medium is the same amount as the DailyLook one or if it's, you know, bigger. So check those out. Those are other options if one is kind of, you know, sold out. I got this for Christmas, so I mean, it was free, so I was balling. But you know, hey, if you want it for a birthday gift or anything, hey, it's free and it's something, you know, that your boyfriend or girlfriend can afford for their wallet. Another product, or just a household item, something you should have in general. I do love a lip scrub, especially in the winter time, especially if you love lipsticks. Your lips are gonna get dry, they're gonna get chapped, and you really should, you know, use just like you would your face to get rid of any of the dead skin and just kind of exfoliate. You should be exfoliating your lips. And something that I normally use is a lip scrub like the Lush lip scrub. This is the bubblegum one. I actually just mentioned this in the empties video, but I just wanted to kind of show it. This is $12. This is gonna last you a long time. Even if you use it every day before you go to bed, it's gonna last you a long time. It's $12, you know, if you do want to spend the money. And I was going to repurchase the Lush lip scrub because I ran out of it. But then when I went to the Lush at my mall, they usually have them at Macy's. But then at my mall, they opened up their own store. I was like, oh, that's awesome. So I went with my friend and I was like, you know, I just want to get this lip scrub. Let's go. It was packed. packed like it was crazy packed, and I was just standing there, I'm just like, do I really need this lip scrub right now? I do not want to have to fight all these women to make my way there just for a $12 lip scrub. And in general, sometimes $12 for a lip scrub, do you really want to spend that money on it? So the best Ballin On A Budget alternative, your toothbrush. This is something you should have and should be using anyway, and especially because I was going to be doing a lot of lip swatch videos, and you know, you want kind of a clean canvas, something smooth for the lipstick to kind of glide on, and I don't want patchy lips, and I ran out of my lip scrub, so I was like, you know what, let's just use a toothbrush. And just as normal, I just kind of like scrubbed my lips around, just went around with some lip balm, and it was just as good as that $12 lip scrub. And this is something I buy in general. This is something I need, not something that I want. So I'm gonna have it in my household anyway. So you know what? Just use your damn toothbrush. Another item that I think can replace so many different items, especially expensive items or even drugstore items, which you have it all in one, and this is coconut oil. I'm gonna link down below my kind of review and just kind of different ways that I use coconut oil. I did a video on it, so definitely check that out. But honestly, coconut oil, extra virgin organic coconut oil, I bought this for about $13–14 at the drugstore. You can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Target, the grocery store, you can get this anywhere. And I like this because guess what, you can replace that $30 hair mask, you can replace that $20–25 cleansing balm to remove all your makeup. This is great as kind of like an argan oil for like your nail bits, you know, when you need to kind of use like a serum. It replaces all those products, so you can save anywhere from like $70 to $100 just with this one product. It can, you know, replace your moisturizer for your face, for your body, those expensive moisturizers, all those expensive items all rolled into one thing. So honestly, check out coconut oil, check out my kind of review video to hear a little bit more about it, and there's definitely so many more uses. This is just a great product to have in your household to eliminate, you know, buying all those extra little different products that, you know, you don't need but you want. And guess what, this is going to save you a fortune. Another new product that I discovered for 2015 that I'm so glad is a makeup setting spray. This is the L'Oreal makeup setting spray. This is a new one for the drugstore. So this is $14. And in general, you might be thinking, damn, $14 for a setting spray? Well, the setting sprays that I normally like are the Urban Decay setting sprays, and these will run you $33, and this is probably one of the cheaper ones, $30 as opposed to half the price for the setting spray. And I feel like this is equivalent to kind of like this Urban Decay setting spray, and this will keep your makeup in place all day. So I mean, I haven't repurchased my Urban Decay since I've kind of bought this, and you know, now that I'm more on a budget, honestly, I'm gonna be leaning more towards this L'Oreal makeup setting spray than my Urban Decay. I will also link my review and demo with the kind of setting spray down below that I did to give you guys a little bit more about it. But if you're looking for a setting spray and all you see like at Ulta is Urban Decay, you're like, $30. Ooh. Check out L'Oreal. They did a really good job with this setting spray. Like a setting spray that's great for after your makeup and really helps the longevity of your makeup in general. Something that's gonna help the longevity of your makeup and make a real big difference in your makeup routine and your makeup application is a primer. Makeup face primer. And face primers, again, are expensive, like makeup setting sprays. $30. What is with this $30 for the kind of pretty important things that make a difference in your makeup routine? P.S. That's my dog crying in case you hear him, because I do. So a primer that I really like is the Mally, what is this, Perfect Prep Primer Glow. This damn thing is $30, but a primer does make a difference in my routine. And actually I had one primer that I wanted to mention I had on my list for you guys, but a second kind of one from the drugstore that really just kind of popped up recently in 2015 and just made my list. So the first one, this is definitely budget friendly. This is the, and a little bit weird, so don't judge, but it works. This is the Monistat Chafing Relief Powder Gel, and I know I've used this in a couple of my routines, my makeup routines, and honestly, I gotta say, I like this sometimes for my skin specifically. I like this for my skin. I don't know why, it just really glides on. It feels very moisturizing on my face, so it does help with that dewy kind of effect that I want. It's not purposely dewy, but it definitely does not matter for my face. That's what I like. This is only about $5, and you can get this at, I want to say, Walmart or Target. Sometimes it's hard to kind of hunt down, but I really like this one. If you don't want to be looked at kind of awkwardly when you go to the checkout line, I always kind of like just put it there and try not to make eye contact. You know, it's kind of awkward. It's like, it's for my face, I swear, it's for my face. The other one that just came out that I really like, and I just had this one specifically, but this is the new Maybelline Master Prime kind of a primer, and I got mine in Blur and Illuminate. I like this one in general. I haven't tried the other ones, if anything, because I don't really have too much of a problem with redness that I need to correct, and this one I just gravitate towards. I want to say maybe the other one's the original, I'm not sure, whatever. But I like this one a lot. This has definitely been my favorite because it does do what I need it to do, and it illuminates, but it really just helps my foundation glide on. So I think as opposed to a $30 primer, which they do a good job, but that's not something I want to spend my money on. I feel like primers and makeup setting sprays are not my favorite things to set, you know, to spend my money on. I'd rather spend that on a lipstick or something else, or a foundation. So if you want to save some money, honestly, I would go with these drugstore primers. A couple other items that I recently discovered and I've been into because I never normally have nails. I'm a terrible nail biter, but since December I've been like, you are not going to bite your nails because it's getting really expensive to get those acrylic nails and get those fill-ins, and in between I just feel kind of ghetto doing it. But I don't have nails and I don't do them long or anything like, you know, but I definitely, this is the length that I get my fake nails. But I was like, you know what, it's so much cheaper if you just not bite them and do your own nails. So I've been really getting into nail polish, but it gets expensive, and the nail polish has been going up. The good ones, I guess, as you can say, the popular ones like Essie and OPI, I love those colors, but they're about $8.50. Now it can be like $9.50, $10. Like, damn, that's expensive for nail polish. You know, I'm not a nail polish queen. Some people, you know, like I am with the lipstick, they might be about their nail polish. So for me specifically, especially since I kind of am a nail biter, so instead of biting my nails, I'll start chipping away at my nail polish. Or I just like to switch up the colors in general, especially when I film videos. I like to switch up the color like I like to switch up my lipstick in general. So some great options that I've been liking for nail polish to actually alternative for half the price of those like $9 nail polishes have actually been these Milani nail polishes. These are actually new color statement ones, as well as even the regular line of nail polishes that they had. I really like something like this. I really like the longevity of this one. And in general with nail polish, what's really going to help it stay, I've noticed, is the base coat and the top coat. I know Milani always has like a top coat. So I really like this Milani nail polish. And if you want to get even cheaper, something that I really, if you basically want something for the color, I would definitely say check out these Sinful Colors nail polishes. I know they have these at Walgreens. I've seen some at Target, so maybe they have them at Walmart. I haven't been to Walmart in a while, just because it's always crowded. But I actually like these, even if someone who just wants to switch with the color, or if you're someone who wants a specific color for a specific night to kind of go with your outfit, coordinate everything, I would definitely just check these two out. These are about $2 and these are about $4, maybe $5, but they're really cheap. So honestly, have been some of those colors if I just want to try out a color, and especially for me, I'm not going to go through a whole nail polish bottle by myself. Maybe now I've been doing them. But that's just not me. I know realistically I'm not going to go through a whole one, so just get a color you kind of want to experiment with. Makeup related, when doing your makeup, I feel like having the right kind of tools really does help with makeup application, whether it's applying eyeshadow or just doing just foundation. I would definitely say that some makeup brushes that are definitely essential for your kit are the ones for the lid, just to pack on color on the lid, and I know that those can get really expensive. So two options depending on how low in your budget you want to go. How low can you go? One option that I really love from the drugstore, affordable makeup brushes, and these are the Sonia Kashuk. These are like the flat shader brushes. So really this is like a smaller one. This is great for like my eyelid size, and you know, depending on your eyelid, whatever. But I think these are about $6, $7 at Target, maybe even cheaper. So for a starter, something you want to check out for, you know, just a shader brush, you don't have to spend, you know, $15, $20 on say like a MAC brush or anything. If you want something just to start off with, experiment with, I would definitely check out these Sonia Kashuk eye makeup brushes. And if you're a real beginner and you don't know how much you're going to be liking makeup, if maybe you don't use it as often, you know, throughout the day, maybe you use it once a month, once a week, not that often, and you really just want to try things out, what I started off with personally, and I still use, this is the e.l.f. brush. This is the e.l.f. shader brush. This is one of the first makeup brushes that I ever purchased. This was, I was 16 So that was about gonna be 8 years ago, and this brush is still going strong. This little guy, we've been through, you know, hard times when I first started off with makeup. But this little guy has been with me. This is only $1. And if you want to get even crazier with e.l.f., you want to step it up, they have like their studio line, which is about $3. But this little guy for $1 has taken me so far, and I still use him, and I still love him, and I'm going to keep him forever, you know, because, you know, started from the bottom. You know, this is my best friend. We have memories together. But honestly, for $1 to experiment with brushes, I would definitely, this is just one of them. This is the e.l.f. brush. And another little guy that has been with me through hard times, and this is another e.l.f. brush. This is kind of like a crease brush. So if you kind of just want to like get right into a crease, $1, $2, here you go, 2 brushes. You're halfway there to experiment with. And this is kind of what I learned with, but I honestly think this guy is a really great investment. This is one necessity for, you know, your makeup application that I think is really worth it. So if, you know, you want to ball real hard on a budget, or if, you know, you kind of want to just step it up a notch, I think these are just too great. If you feel like this one's too big for you, this is really nice, small, kind of compact brush. Both of these, great options. Sonia Kashuk, e.l.f., you can get these at Target. The next item that I was actually really surprised about, this is for a highlight, and I'm actually wearing it today. And you can go as crazy with this color, or, you know, as simple as you want. And this is the Milani Bella Chiffon eyeshadow. It's like a highlighter slash shimmer. And I had been seeing, you know, a lot of girls use this as kind of like a face highlight. So you know what, let me check this out. And I really like it for a face highlight. And then I realized this is really super duper similar to NARS Albatross. So what do you do when you want to make sure, check out and see if a color is real similar to a high-end color? You go, you sneak this into Sephora, you swatch the NARS Albatross, and then you swatch this next to it, and you're like, holy crap, I saved $20+ by buying this $4 eyeshadow or face highlight in general. So if you want to save a bundle, just go with this one. I always wanted to check out NARS Albatross because that's like a must-have highlight color, but NARS, $30, 20-some dollars, I'm straight. And now that I found this, I don't really feel the need. I feel like maybe the NARS Albatross might be a smoother application, but this baby works just as good. Now my final item that I'm really glad I picked up, and I'm definitely going to be using this a lot more. Actually, my boyfriend found this one. This is a razor. So there's this thing called the Dollar Shave Club, and I forgot, I don't know how my boyfriend found out about it, but you know, guys shave, you know, and guys usually need to shave a lot. So it's a Dollar Shave Club, and you can get different razors just sent to you monthly for about $5, $6, $9 a month. You get about like maybe 4 blades, 6 blades, depending how many you get. This little guy, you pay for the handle, I think initially like $3 or $4. But then all you really need to do is interchange these blades, and I think for about $6 a month they'll send you about 4 blades a month for $6, which is really good. So I was like, you know what, let me check this out, because he was telling me, he's like, oh yeah, by the way, the one that I get is actually called the Lover's Blade, because it's really good. You know, guys like to use it on their face, but it's really good. The girlfriends like to use it too. Now, I don't care how close you are, how many years you've been together. This is maybe just personal, you know, it's up to you, but I would never shave my razor with my boyfriend. I don't care how long we've been together. I'm weird like that with my razor, just like I am with sharing the same ice cream spoon. That's just a no-no for me. But same thing with the razor, I would never do that. The only thing I wish they did was maybe if it's like the Lover's Blade, they would have the option for like, you know, a cuter kind of color for girls. You know, maybe something mint, coral, pink. Dollar Shave Club, hello. I think that would be nice, because especially if you guys get, you know, the same one, the same option, I don't want to be mixing it up. It's like when he moves in, it was like, oh, make sure mine's up here and yours is over here. But for $6 for 4 blades, and for me, I switch blades off maybe every 2 weeks. I don't know how often you're supposed to do it, but I don't shave every day in general. I feel like actually December, it was like no shave December for me. It's the winter, I'm not going to shave my legs that often, and especially when it's that time of the month, you're not going to shave your legs. Why am I going to shave my legs when it's that time of the month? Come on. So yeah, December. So I really tested it out. It wasn't like those commercials where you have like the hairless leg and like, oh look how great it works. Nah. This was legit. And it took all that hair off. Don't judge. You know, you do it too. But yeah, no, I really loved it, and it did leave my skin smooth. Actually, I had just run out of my Skintimate shave gel, so I was like, oh crap, like I don't want this to be too harsh. I just used regular like body soap, and it was smooth, and I was afraid I was gonna cut myself. And the actual moment of truth was the underarms. Ugh, I don't know why, I'm always afraid to shave my underarms with a new razor. I'm like, oh, please don't cut me, please don't cut me. And you know the feeling, because when you cut yourself with the underarms, that hurts so much. So honestly, for about $6 a month, more like for me personally, $6 every 2 months, $3 a month, I definitely think this is worth it. So if I wanted to share with my boyfriend, we just get one package, one cartridge of 4. That's 2 for him and 2 for me, because I only need 2 for the month, and I'm pretty sure he only needs 2 for the month because he's doing that whole, you know, scruffy guy, you know, kind of thing going on there. Let me not shave because I'm lazy. I don't know what he's doing. But honestly, I think for $3 each a month, I think this is a great buy for both of us. If anything, we just won't confuse the handles. But I definitely like this. I feel like, you know, razors for girls and guys in general can really get up there. And especially if you want to get real fancy with your razors. I personally, I will go cheap with them. I like the Soleil ones in general. But this is a great deal. And I don't have to pick them up. They just get delivered to my house. I really like that. So this is a really great option. If anything, just make them a little bit cuter for me, please. Especially if you want the girls to get into it. And maybe, you know, offer the girl shave gels. That would be nice. Just a little something. So those were a couple of my items for my Ballin On A Budget Volume 2. I hope you guys would check some of these out. I know I've been, you know, kind of trying to put myself more on a budget, and that's been too much high-end crazy. I've just been trying to show some love to drugstore and affordable items, because I really want to see what affordable items can do for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up, comment, you know, what other type of videos you want to see. If you like these Ballin On A Budget videos, let me know. Make sure to subscribe to keep up with some more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.